Hey, what's up guys, Bashir here. I'm bringing you another Battleground from this Pandaria beta. I'm currently still running arms with this Juggernaut, Second Wind, Piercing Health, Shockwave, and Mass Spell Reflection spec, along with Glyph of Bull Rush, Heroic Leap, and the Gag Order spec. The other glyphs don't really matter because they're only aesthetic. And I wanted to bring you another arms Battleground before we get into some Fury PvP. Just because, you know, give you another look at it, let you know how arms is doing, and you know, why not? Because I recorded another arms Battleground and I might as well make a video of it, right? So, I'm still liking arms. You know, I've thought about it some more, and I'm realizing, especially sort of explaining to people in the comments, because sometimes people are like, oh no, they're dumbing warriors down, and I was like, all you really lose is the necessity to rend. I mean, stance dancing was already kind of out of the game, and, you know, I know that I, as a warrior, I just macroed in whatever stance I needed to be in into my macro, like for disarm, for example. Like, I didn't manually defensive stance and then disarm. I just had a macro that was like defensive stance, disarm. So in that sense, I mean, stance dancing was already kind of out of the game. So like, you're not by them not putting back in stance dance. Oh fuck, 51k. By them not putting back in stance dancing, it's not like they're continuing to dumb them down. I think that warriors actually have a whole lot more that we're able to do than we were previously able to do, even this season and even in season 11. I'm gonna run through a couple things. I did this last video as well. But I just want to run back through it. So we have our Pummel Silence, Heroic Throw Silence. Pummel is actually on a 15-second cooldown. I made a mistake last video in saying it was a 10-second. But it's a 15-second cooldown. Heroic Throw Silence on a 30-second cooldown. We have Fear, which is on a 1-minute cooldown. We have Shockwave, which is on a 20-second cooldown. Which means we can Shockwave every 16 seconds, basically. Starting from the first Shockwave. After that stun is over, we can Shockwave then 16 seconds later. Which is really, really awesome. That gives us so much control. And in terms of utility, I sort of underestimated how effective this Glyph of Mass Spell Reflection was. I was thinking for a long time that I was going to use an Intervene Glyph, because I was like, fuck yeah, it gets me out of roots, right? So I was thinking I was going to use that, but actually, I mean, if you're in a bad position, you don't have a focus charge to interrupt the fear on your paladin, I mean, or your healer or whatever you've got. You don't have, you know, a pummel to stop a CC on your teammate. You used to be able to intervene, spell reflect, cool stuff, like a pyroblast or a polymorph on your healer. Now you can just spell reflect it, and I think as long as they're kind of close to you, then you can spell reflect that for them. That is game changing. You could potentially double CC people. Like if a fear is going off and a polymorph is going off on 2 different targets, you can CC like 2 people and like kill something else. That is a really, really good. And spell reflect is only on a 25-second cooldown now. I don't know if it's any different, but you can also glyph that if you decided to glyph your spell reflect. So it's on a 20-second cooldown. On a 20-second cooldown, you can stop all CC on your team or yourself. So you can pummel silence, right? I'm just thinking about this. I used to play when I was leveling, and I was so impressed at how well you could control casters. You're doing a similar thing here. So you can pummel on a 15-second cooldown, silence on a 30-second cooldown. I'm going to say stun on a essentially 16-second cooldown if you're just controlling one caster. And then whenever you have a period of time where you can't interrupt them, you just spell reflect. And you spell reflect for your entire team. And you spell reflect 2 spells being cast on yourself, 1 spell being cast on your entire team. Now, I realize I'm just sort of like talking about all the new changes and really being excited about it right now, but are you seeing that like I'm 1v1ing a Frost Mage a Fire Mage effectively just then? Like, I know this is early beta, healing is probably going to be different, damage is going to be different, and these are regular battlegrounds. These players may very well have never played the class they're currently playing right now. But I mean, you can do things as a warrior that you would have really struggled to do earlier. I mean, there are mages that I could have beaten before, but I don't think it would have been that handily of a defeat there. I mean, warriors with all the silences, anytime you get close to the mage, if he's casting something, you can pummel him, or you can just pummel him before you even cast anything. I know that you could gag order before, but you lost a lot of really important things, and now gag order really fits into your glyph placement well, I feel like. And I feel like gag order is something that I'm definitely going to be looking for. Even against, I mean, because I'm an arena player. I do enjoy battlegrounds. I play RBGs sometimes, but whenever I do battlegrounds, regular or rated, I generally